Hey, how y'all doing? Welcome back to MajorSlackVideos here for a style for titillating tactical gaming. Time for another Fallout 4 video, continuing a series of videos on armor. Let's talk about armored clothing.
Armored clothing? Wait a minute. What is that? A cheat?
Nope, no cheat. If you have the Ballistic Weave Mod, you can mod many items of clothing to endow them with damage resistance ratings that match or even better the damage resistance on your armor.
No shit.
No shit.
Okay, assuming it actually exists, how do you get this magic Ballistic Weave Mod?
I'm going to show you.
He makes dumb jokes while he shoots his
Begins,
guns. Major Slack is lots of fun.
Major Slack Videos.
Yeah, this is fun.
Shut up, Pee-wee.
Okay.
Okay, in case you didn't know, there's a series of 5 railroad faction quests you can do, after which you'll be rewarded with the Ballistic Weave Mod. This means that many items of clothing will now appear in the armor workbenches, and you can apply the Ballistic Weave Mod to them to endow them with varying levels of damage resistance. In plain English, armored clothing. That's right, armored clothing. And what's more, some of this armored clothing can be worn under your regular armor, giving you a huge increase to your overall armor rating. Here's a level 13 character with 96 ballistic resistance. I managed to double that armor rating and then some by adding the Ballistic Weave Mod to the Dirty Army Fatigues and the Newsboy Cap, 2 items of clothing that formerly did not even appear in the crafting menu of armor workbenches. And it doesn't stop there. Once you max out the Armorer perk to rank 4, you can slap a huge damage resistance rating on these items of clothing. So if you put it on a hat and an undergarment, you're looking at a whopping 220 damage resistance bonus.
Okay, I'm sold, Slack. What do I gotta do?
To get the Ballistic Weave Mod, you need to do the following 5 railroad quests: Road to Freedom, Tradecraft, Boston After Dark, Mercers Safehouse, and 1 Jackpot DIA quest. This will take you a couple of hours real time, but it will be well worth it, trust me. Here's a quick walkthrough, starting with Road to Freedom. This quest has many starting points. You merely have to wander around Diamond City Market and or the downtown area, and this quest will be force-fed to you somewhere along the line. The most reliable way to start this quest is to simply continue the Jewel of Commonwealth story quest, which will eventually require you to visit the Valentine Detective Agency in the back alley at the north end of Diamond City Market. Merely walk into the Detective Agency office and the Road to Freedom quest begins. The quest will now task you to follow a so-called Freedom Trail, which eventually leads to Old North Church. You could do that following this special red brick line on the ground that takes you on a dangerous jaunt through downtown Boston.
Boring.
Or you could just go directly to the Old North Church.
Yeah, that's the stuff. How do you do that?
This is how you do that. To easily find the Old North Church, speak to Ellie in the aforementioned detective agency and ask her about Skinny Malone.
Who's this Skinny Malone character?
And she'll tell you about Good Neighbor. Good Neighbor is a location just northeast of Diamond City Market. Then ask her about Good Neighbor and it will actually get marked on your map, alright? So, make your way to Good Neighbor, and once you get to the front door of Good Neighbor, go north. Take the alley on the left and keep going north until the alley ends. At this point, turn east and you'll be able to spot a church icon on your compass. Zero in on that church icon and you will find Old North Church. It's that easy. Enter the church, go into the hall, turn right and find the stairs leading down into the catacombs. Make your way through the catacombs until you come upon the Freedom Trail ring puzzle on the wall. Use the ring to spell out Railroad, and a secret passage will open up, letting you in to confront the leader of the railroad faction, Desdemona. Speak with Desdemona, go along with her Save the Synths agenda, and you're in Lake Flynn. This will complete the Road to Freedom quest and start the next quest, Tradecraft. Speak to Deacon to get your next objective. Meet Deacon at the old highway. Run through the Tradecraft quest with Deacon as your trusty sidekick, which will have you battling hordes of synths in an underground complex known as the Switchboard in order to retrieve a special device called Carrington's Prototype. How useful Deacon will be in this mission is a matter of perspective, but do your best, tough it out. One redeeming factor is you will pick up a whack ton of fusion cell ammo for your favorite laser weapon. While you're in the switchboard, make sure you also pick up a copy of the U.S. Covert Operations Manual, giving you a sneak bonus, plus a fusion core and a mini nuke. When you reach the room that contains Carrington's prototype, Deacon will also reward you with a unique and powerful pistol. Once you escape the switchboard, your new objective will be to meet Deacon back at the railroad headquarters that you discovered earlier at the Old North Church. Back at the railroad headquarters, speak to Desdemona to complete the Tradecraft quest and get officially welcomed into the railroad faction. This will automatically start the next quest required to get the Ballistic Weave Mod, Boston After Dark. After the good doctor gets his prototype thingamajig, your new mission will be to help out a synth in trouble near Bunker Hill. Your next objective is to pick up a dead drop. Although you can fast travel directly out of the railroad headquarters, you should follow Dr. Carrington's advice and use the escape tunnel on the north side, which will place you considerably closer to your destination and allow you to bypass a gang of raiders. Pick up the dead drop and then meet Old Man Stockton further north at Bunker Hill. Give him the secret railroad countersign, mine is in the shop, and he'll task you with clearing out some raiders at a rendezvous point further west. You can wait at Bunker Hill until daytime to do this if you so desire, and then head out, find the location which turns out to be an old wrecked church, clear out the hostiles, and then simply sit in one of the pews and wait until after dark to hook up with Old Man Stockton and the synth in distress, who is known as simply H222. When they show up, speak to Stockton and then speak to H222. Stockton will instruct you to keep H222 safe.
Hey, Slack, what's that smell?
What smell?
I don't know. Smells like an escort mission.
Yep, you got it. It's another escort mission. Alright, calm down. Shortly, a dude called High Rise will show up. Speak to him to kick off the next objective, where you have to escort both High Rise and H222 to a safe house called Ticonderoga. Of course, this being an escort mission with not one but two escortees, and the quest to living up to its namesake, Boston After Dark. Actually, it should be more like fucking hellacious Boston After Dark ball and chain to a couple of numbnuts. But do your best, tough it out. The redeeming factor here is, well, actually, there is no redeeming factor this time, just tough it out. Once you arrive safely at Ticonderoga, the job is done and you can report back to Dr. Carrington at the railroad headquarters to complete this quest. But before you do, you might want to take the elevator up and pillage Ticonderoga for a little payback in the form of a mini nuke, a copy of Guns and Bullets magazine, which will give you a crit hit damage bonus, and a bowling ball.
What's the bowling ball for, Slack?
Nothing really, I'm just jerking you around on that one.
What the fuck?
Back at the railroad headquarters, speak to Dr. Carrington to complete the Boston After Dark quest. This will automatically start the Butcher's Bill quest. You can safely ignore this quest and proceed directly to the west side of the railroad headquarters to find Pam, the robot. Speak with her to start the Mercers Safehouse quest. This quest will task you with simply taking over a random settlement. The location will be marked on your map. All you have to do is go to that location, mow down everything that moves until you're allowed to access the workshop. The location assigned to me in this recording was Hangman's Alley, which is just north of Diamond City Market. Once you've wiped out all the bad guys, simply access the workshop at the settlement and build 2 gun turrets. You may want to make a quick trip back to Sanctuary to pick up the necessary components from your workshop there, namely 2 circuitry, 4 gears, and 4 oil. Once your turrets are up and running, report back to Pam at the railroad headquarters and she'll give you another mission to secure a so-called DIA cache. This will start the first in a series of jackpot quests. Once again, the location will be completely random, but it seems like I always get jackpot, ruined skyscraper. If it works out the same for you, thank your lucky stars, the Slack has your back, because getting to the location can be a bitch. The ruined skyscraper is just southeast of Good Neighbor, but the easiest way to get there is to actually go north from Good Neighbor. Hop over the buried train car and take the first right. Follow the red brick line up the stairs, across the patio, and down the other side. Now take the first right again and head south down a rubble-cluttered alleyway, passing underneath a Life is a Win sign. Take a right at the stoplights and then left again to continue south. Just past the red building on the left, you'll find a fire escape. Go up the fire escape to the level of the quest marker and then enter the door marked Pinnacle High Rise. Once inside, saddle up, lock and load, and get ready to face some stiff resistance as you zero in on the DIA cache, just down a couple or 3 hallways and behind a door, which will automatically open as you approach it. When you discover the DIA cache, that's it. You don't have to pick up anything, although you probably should, just to recompense yourself for all that trouble. And just simply report back to Pam at the railroad headquarters, and she will reward you with a special item of clothing called the Covert Sweater Vest. Okay, the Covert Sweater Vest. A casual outfit that actually has ballistic and energy resistance. Now, with the Covert Sweater Vest on board, go to the east side of the railroad headquarters, find Tinker Tom, and speak to him. As soon as he mentions ballistic weave, you're good to go.
But the creme de la creme is ballistic polymer weave. Lightweight, serious stopping power.
At this point, you can either buy armored clothing from Tinker Tom, or better yet, make your own. Return home to your settlement, which I'm presuming is Sanctuary. Hit up the armor workbench and you'll see many items of clothing will now appear in the modding menu and allow you to mod them with the ballistic weave of varying levels according to how high your armorer perk rank is. And voila, armored clothing. And for your convenience, here's a list of the clothing that can be modded with ballistic weave and can also be worn under your regular armor. And here's a list of hats that can be modded with the ballistic weave that will, even at the lowest level, provide more protection than an army helmet. How about that? So ditch that army helmet and start roaming the wasteland in style. That's it, I'm done here. If you found this video remotely entertaining and or informative, please leave a like and subscribe to my channel for more kick-ass Fallout 4 videos. My name is Major Slack. Thanks a lot for watching. See you next video.